All right, guys, I'm going to read you your slideshow for the Punic Wars, Rome versus Carthage. The Punic Wars, and we have a map here. It's the Western Mediterranean. You have the Carnathian Empire, which is all in blue. You have the Roman Republic and the Allies, which are over here in what's present-day Italy. You have Syracuse, which is right here in this small green. This little circle is a capital, and the smaller dots are other notable cities. You have Gauls, Mediterranean City, Nimbius, the Atlantic Ocean. So there's your map. Then we have another map right here. It shows the same thing without everything being marked, but you can obviously still see the territories and the information. We have Carthage. Dispute over control of Sicily and trade routes in Western Mediterranean brought Rome into conflict with a powerful North African city-state of Carthage. Then it says the commercial network of the Phoenicians. This is Phelicinia, and these are the trade routes. So there you go right there, and these are all the trade routes, the way they're trading. It says Carthage has been founded as a Phoenician colony over 500 years earlier. And then we've got Carthage right there. And then this is letting us know that that's what present-day Rome is. The result was 3 Punic Wars between 264 and 146 BC. The First Punic War, primarily a naval war. Tactics: maneuver ship to ram and sink the enemy. Carthage, very good, experienced naval power. Rome was small navy, little experience. Defeated repeatedly by Carthaginian navy. Rome wins the first one. Rome would not surrender. Finally turned tables on Carthage by changing the rules of naval warfare. Equipped ships with huge hooks, stationed soldiers on ships, would hook enemy ship, pull nearby, board it with soldiers. Converted naval warfare into many land battles, something Rome was very good at. The Second Punic War. Hannibal ad portas, which means Hannibal is the gates. Carthaginian general Hannibal surprises Romans, lead army from Spain through southern France and the Alps. Invades Italy from the north with an elephant army. Defeats Roman armies sent to stop him several times, but hesitates to attack Rome itself. Settles on war of attrition in hope of destroying Roman economic base. Rome wins a second one. Unable to defeat Hannibal in Italy, a Rome army sailed across the Mediterranean, landed in North Africa, and headed for Carthage. Led by patrician General Scorpio Aemilius Africanus. Hannibal forced to leave Italy to protect Carthage. Defeated at the Battle of Zama, fought outside the walls of Carthage. And there's Hannibal right there. Hannibal the Conqueror. I swear that soon as age will permit, I will use fire and steel to arrest the destiny of Rome. Childhood Hannibal quote. Born around 247, died 183 BC. There's a picture of the battle. See the elephants that they're actually using? Another picture of him on his horse leading. Another picture of the elephants leading into battle. Hannibal Barca, 247 through 183 BC. Carthaginian, general, brilliant strategist, developed tactics of outflanking and surrounding the enemy with its combined forces of infantry and cavalry. As a boy of 9, begged his father, Hamilcar Barca, to take him on the campaign in Spain. Hamilcar made him solemnly swear eternal hatred of Rome. Hannibal's oath. Early versions of the story say that Hamilcar made his 9-year-old son, Hannibal, swear he would never be a friend of Rome before he would agree to take Hannibal with him to Iberia. Later legends said that he had to swear to Apollo that he would always be the enemy of Rome. Hamilcar appears to have taken the whole clan to Iberia, probably in 237 BC. Shortly after arrival, he started to expand outward from existing colonies using a combination of diplomacy and force. Hamilcar took local wife, apparently to smooth an alliance. Hamilcar died while crossing the river under a fire and was succeeded by his son-in-law, Hasdrubal the Fair, in 229 BC. Hannibal was 17 and too young to succeed his father. After Hannibal's defeat, he remained a Cephalite, which is a city magistrate of a newly acquired Roman territory, organized financial reforms to pay back Rome for their prosecution of a war. Political enemies accused him in Rome of conspiring with King Antiochus III of Syria. When Romans set commission to investigate, fled Carthage and went into hiding. Hannibal poisoned himself when threatened with being taken as a prisoner. He did so in Labisa, close to today's Istanbul in Turkey. Ruins of a gravesite near Diliskiki, south of Gebze, 60 miles east of Istanbul. Let us release the Romans from their long anxiety, since they think it is too long to wait for the death of an old man. The Third Punic War. Carthage was finished after the Second Punic War. Hannibal committed suicide. Economy shattered, lost all territory to Rome, but some Romans feared it might revive someday and challenge Rome again. Notably, Cato the Elder pushed for another war that would wipe Carthage from the face of the map. Rome wins the third one. Due to Cato's persistent efforts, Rome declares war against defenseless Carthage. Wins easily. Entire population of city sold into slavery. Everything of value carried back to Rome. Everything else burned and dumped into the sea. Site sown with salt so that nothing would ever grow there again. Carthage completely disappeared. Now here's a map. The expansion of the Roman Republic. In purple, it's Rome, 500 BCE. Green is the start of the Punic War. Orange is the end of the Punic War. And dark orange is the death of Caesar. And those are all the different areas. And that is your last slide.